I'll teach you guys the 3-step process that I essentially put people in the direction of, tell people to do in order to go from not knowing how to code, period, or maybe knowing a little bit or knowing whatever amount that you know, all right, literally fill in the blank there with your situation, to getting a job in the field, okay? 3 steps, all right, guys, 3 steps. 3 steps. Is the air conditioner fixed? No. Do you guys want to read my personal email that I sent to them today? Because they're supposed to come tomorrow. We can do that after this, Alex. We can do that after this. Let me finish this, guys. Let me finish it. I know you guys want to talk about the fun stuff. Let's finish it. All right. So, 3 steps. Step 1, you have to learn new tech or old tech. If it's new to you, it's good. You need to learn it, all right? So what do? Take a course, go read a book, whatever method of learning that you prefer, and then you get this thing, you get this keyboard, all right? And you put your hands on it, all right? You put your hands on it, and you start tinkering, all right? The guys in DD, the learning new part stuff, and in the beginning is they don't have to worry about, because we do the learning for them, or we teach them. I'm gonna learn you real good, boy. We teach them the stuff, right? But in all honesty, and the guys, the Zoomer kids, Nick, perfect example. The whole thing we have in DD to do, like the goal for most of the new guys, is to have them eventually to where they can learn new things on their own, which is actually hard to do. It's hard to learn new tech and new code on your own if you don't have a base level understanding of this stuff, or know how to problem solve and troubleshoot. All right. The 2, problem solve and troubleshoot. All right. And then eventually they can just start learning on their own and repeat this process indefinitely and literally until they die. Because guys, new languages, new tech is code, software, computers are constantly evolving technology and just piece of life. And, blockchain, perfect example of that. Always evolving, always something new. And if you just stay stagnant in one thing for too long, you're done. Then you're just a memory of me and my heart's broken. But anyway, the first step is to learn new tech, right? Pretty obvious, okay? Pretty obvious, right? You learn something new, okay? And, that might take you like 4 weeks to learn like one language or one tech or to master one thing. Although the more languages you learn, the next one you go to is insanely easier than the previous one, because essentially, fundamentally speaking, all programming languages are the same throughout, okay? And so when you learn one, you hop to another one, you're like, there's a lot of similarities in this. It just looks slightly different. Hold on, guys. My mangoes. I need another one of these guys. My blood sugar's low, guys. I need more mangoes. All right. Sorry to be so unprofessional in the midst of talking about something that's very important. Sorry, guys. To me, this just seems like self-explanatory stuff, but it's because I literally teach people this, and I've known it in my heart to be the truth forever and ever. All right, so step 1, learn new tech, all right? We can just call that the learning phase, all right? Step 2, building your portfolio, all right? So you have to have a portfolio of code to showcase, okay? And that's not the only reason why you need this code, right? Because you actually do need to. You're never going to actually learn unless you're working on a project, all right? Go ahead and try to just learn how to code from just reading. Let me know how that goes for you. Okay, so you have to do work, guys. Believe it or not, you have to actually do work. But so you would ideally do. So let's just say you spend some time learning Python, and maybe while you're learning Python, you're tinkering back and forth and you're creating little small projects. But those aren't projects that I would say are going to go into your portfolio. Okay, you get to the point where you're proficient enough with Python and you're done writing hello worlds and just print statements. You actually do something that has logic behind it, and with gusto. All right. So like a lot of the guys in DD have been doing lately with Python is doing a Telegram bot. Okay. Writing different Telegram bots. We're going to have too many by the way, we're going to have too many Telegram bots in the Telegram chat that I don't even know. We're not, guys, I told the guys last night, the Telegram bots are gonna have to like fight each other to see who the winner is. Like verbally fight each other with algorithms to see who the winner is. But anyway, and they've been doing some good bots. But let's just say, so you learn Python, all right, and then you build a project like a Telegram bot, and then you put it in your portfolio. Okay, put it in your portfolio, all right, and then boom, now you have some proof of code that you wrote that's functionable. The portfolio is going to look good. All right. And maybe I can, you know what, guys, I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys. Let's just go look at one of the guys. Let's go look at some of the guys in DD's stuff. Let's go creep on them. Come on. Who should I show? Who should I show? Yeah, he is. I'm going to share. Oh, somebody over here. Who is Lord Hex? Hold on, guys. We got to see this. Who is this? Who is this person? Who is this? Is this Richard Hart's GitHub, bro? That's funny. All right, so let's look at yeah, Kyle's got a good one, but where is Kyle? Is he senior? Pretty much everyone here is DD. All right, let's go get really inside. All right, here we go. Bada boom, bada bing. Did he make a Telegram bot? I think he did. My business. All right, so here's portfolio, guys. There's a bunch of different projects he's done. Let's see. Bot. Oh, Mundus bot. Yep, there you go. Private Telegram bot. All right. Here is the script.python file. Bada boom, bada bing. I wonder if he has a GIF of how to do these things. Which one of his projects has a GIF in it? It's probably going to be, let's see, Pi Hangman. Yep, here we go. All right, so like here is a portfolio page that looks fucking amazing. It's got a GIF with explanation of how to use this software. All right, and there he's literally boom doing his little hangman internal. So you know, one of our guys made this. All right, with Python, and here is his source code for his portfolio. But anyway, the portfolio thing I'm talking about basically like this, right? This is the portfolio thing I'm talking about. Okay, guys. All right. So you go from step one, you learn something new, and then step two, you build a portfolio. All right. And then finally, the third step is going to be the third step is going to depend on what you choose to do as an individual. Do you want to work as a wagey W-2? Which honestly, guys, wagey W-2s, they fucking suck. But the best wagey W-2 you can ever have is one where you work from home and you get paid to, well, not even, you don't have to be home. You go to a coffee shop. You can go to the Bellagio in Las Vegas if you want. It doesn't really fucking matter. All right. It's the best kind of W-2 you can have. All right. That you're not exchanging time for money unless it is a very, very good amount of money in exchange for your time. But anyway, the last part is going to be the interview and or sourcing process. Okay. And I guess to delve into that, that takes time per person. And, you know, usually what we do is we do a lot of the hands-on stuff with people in developer direction for interviewing, but I mean, you can do the same thing. So you could essentially, how can I word this? All right, so theoretically in a video game, because we in developer direction wouldn't do these things because this would be, I don't know, a sort of gray area per se, but theoretically in a video game, if you weren't in developer direction and you're doing all of this on your own, you haven't had a lot of experience interviewing with people. Maybe you're not a very socially people-y person. Maybe you don't have quote unquote game, as they would say. You can do is you can start recording your phone calls, your interviews. All right. And obviously don't let them know that you're recording them. All right. It's hard for you to assess what's going on in real time when you're doing these things, especially if you're nervous, especially if you're a beginner at this stuff. All right. And you can go back later and replay them and critique yourself and or let other people, I don't know, people who have been there and done that before a trillion times and literally do those things for fun, critique you as well from developer direction. But or you can just do it yourself or ask someone you know, right? And then you refine that part of it. And also your approach too. Your approach at how you're either sourcing these clients, if you're doing your own work, which we've talked about that in DD last night. I won't get into that right now because it's gonna like that's a whole different hard fork to go down. I'm not talking about the hard fork of society. And by the way, guys, I wanted to do a stream tonight on the up and coming hard fork of society. But our buddy, Mr. Snowman Mike, who asked for this, requested the stream. I've always said, we'll do the requested stream and, you know, I owe you guys this too. And plus, since we have the new course coming out, figured it would be a good idea since I literally never promote anything because I just simply don't need to. People find us. People find without me having to look. But the method that we go to getting people to interview in places, it depends on the person. All right. And let's just say this. You have a resume. We're talking about the regular wage 2 thing. Right. You have your resume. Okay. We don't know exactly what's going to work for you at that particular time. So we try one thing. All right. So at this point, we're trying what's more of a shotgun approach. So it's like, poo, 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 poo. All right. Where do we get little nibbles at? This route, we get little nibbles. All right. So more changes. Large spear. All right. Get more momentum in that direction. All right. So now instead of any of those things, now instead of a large spear, now we have a 30-06 directly on target, and then we know that that's going to work all the time for you. We go that route. Okay. Now these are the 3 steps. All right. So we just talked about them. Okay. Learn new techs, learn new things, build a project for the thing that you learn in the interview part. All right. Or building the portfolio in general. But these 3 steps, you continue to do both steps 1 and 2 and 3 together in tandem throughout the whole process. It's a circular thing. Okay. So not saying that you're not going to land. This would be easier if you're going to be if you're doing work for yourself, if you're just like, finding clients who need code. All right. Which, by the way, there is a lot. Different topic for different day. Let's just say you're just doing the regular W-2 wage thing and you're trying to just interview places. You're not going to, not possible, but chances are the first person that you pick up on the phone with, actually, that might have actually happened to someone, but that we know, but more than likely than not, the first person you talk to on the phone, you're not going to get like an amazing job offer, or maybe the quality of the job offer is redundant here. You might not get one. All right. So you only have a portfolio. You've only learned 5 different techs, 5 different languages. All right. And you only have a portfolio that showcases 5 things. What are you going to do in the meantime? You're going to spend all 24 hours in the day trying to what we call fishing for these jobs? No. You're going to go back to step 1, learn something new, build something with the thing that you learned new, and then in the downtime, you're going to be doing this in the downtime that you're fishing. Okay. It's a circular process. Okay. And that is it, guys. That is essentially what you need to do, what we do with our guys. And we pretty much do a lot of the hands-on work with them. The biggest thing about developer direction is like, you don't know what to do. And honestly, most people don't. Like if you haven't been there and done that before, most people don't. It's kind of like you're going to be walking blind, and people give up when they're alone. And what we do is we take that onus and that urgency and the responsibility of saying like, people, I don't know what to do. And that is put on me and the rest of the group that helps people out. And so that way you don't have to focus on like, am I doing the right thing? Am I wasting my time? Because most likely chances are you probably are wasting your time, guys. You probably are wasting your time if you're doing this 100% on your own. You're at least wasting some time. That's for sure. I'm not saying you're doing all of it wrong, but you're at least wasting some time for sure. I have people who can absolutely contest that, who have done it on their own before and after. One of them sitting to me right over there, literally right next to me right now in the room right now. But that's the same process that you can do on your own or replicate it in one way, shape, or form. Okay. You can't just like, and this is true for whether or not you have a degree or you went to boot camp. All right. So let's just say you have a computer science degree. Let's say you have a PhD in computer science and you built 0 projects. You've done 0 actual code, and you go to interview and they say, can you name us some things that you've done outside of school projects and algorithms? And you're like, I don't have anything. First of all, since you don't have anything and you haven't done anything, you're not going to know how to do them because you have to do things and be hands-on with things in order to know how to do them. And second of all, they're going to be like, well, this guy doesn't even know this guy has a PhD and he doesn't even know how to do this stuff. a big fat next. All right.